Do you still remember or one of your first gigs?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
That's the whole story. No, I'll try to make it short. So my first gig was like, obviously, like a lot of kids right now, they're like, hey, I can't get bookings. And that's logical because nobody knows who you are.
No.
So it was the same for me. How I got my first bookings was by organizing my own events. And then these promoters came to me like from a neighborly village. They're like, hey, you're doing these events. We want to do the same thing in our venue. Can you help us? And I was like, cool, but you got to book me. So I booked a couple of bigger DJs and put myself on the flyer. And obviously, I wasn't responsible for promotion. So it's like, wow, there's like 8 people here. Like, this is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
And then it turned out these guys were pretty shady. That's an understatement.
Okay.
So I walked into this venue and I was like, this is not, this is going to be tricky. So I was like, hey, I went into the back office, like, can I get some, I need my money, basically. Because I paid for the flyers, I advanced some of the, pre-fees for the artist. I have my fee. So they looked at me and long story short, they put a gun to my head.
No!
Yes. And while that was happening, I saw like this table that all like filled with cocaine and people were snorting coke and there were prostitutes there. So I was like, I was like 14 years old. So I was like, ooh, what's going on here? And, so I got threatened, and then they turned around because something happened. Something fell off the table, and as that happened, I did I put my hand into the cash register and grabbed like just a bundle of money, put it in my pocket quickly, and then I walked out. And as I walked out, I walked by these bouncers with my vinyl case in my hand, and then I said like, I guess like something like, oh, thank you for the amazing night.
Yeah.
And as that happened, they looked at me and they said all kinds of unpleasant things, and they literally kicked me off the stairs. So I laid there on the floor, they kicked the shit out of me, and I was just laying there bleeding. And I remember one of my best friends was with me, actually my best friend, and I saw him running away in the corner of my eye. So to me, it wasn't really about the first gig. It was kind of like discovering like how does friendship work, how hard is how tough can the world be out there. And I remember that was a really big lesson for me. I was like, damn, I don't think this dance music industry is something for me.
I can imagine.
I lost everything I had, and they confiscated my records, something I worked on for like a full year, and I put all my savings in that. So that was my first gig. So it was fun.
Oh my God.
Check this out.